This is the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Somebody brought in a Kirkland massive bag of these like chocolate covered mini marshmallow crispy like I don't even know what these things are.
And I am bouncing off the wall like a kid at a birthday party whose parents normally don't allow them to have pop, who got into the Orange Crush. That's what I'm doing today.
That is oddly specific.
When's cake?
So over on our socials, Play 107, I just posted a picture of my hair. And I just want everyone to go look at it. And then I want you to know this. Ryder didn't notice it. Okay? Is that shocking? Let's do a quick poll on the text line. I'd love to hear our listeners' opinions. I have it up on our Facebook page, Play 107 YEG, and our Instagram, Play 107. He didn't notice it.
Post what it used to look like underneath. Go ahead.
It looked different.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, a lot.
It wasn't that big of a change.
Ryder, my hair is like dark brown now. Chocolate.
What would it have been before?
It was
medium brown.
Yes.
Yeah, that's big deal.
It is completely different.
You changed it by 2 numbers on the 26 number scale.
Hey, how'd you know that?
I've been dyeing my...
No.
Almost went for it.
Anyway, I'd love to hear from our listeners because we need to prove Ryder. He needs to understand that you have to say something when somebody changes their hair.
Why?
Oh my gosh, because it was expensive.
I'm bald. Nobody ever's like, oh, nice shave. No cuts this time. Time for some confessions. It's nasty out there.
It is. Wait, do you mean the weather?
No.
Oh.
I meant like just like the texts that we're getting. Oh. People are nasty.
Yeah, but we're not judging their nastiness, Ryder. That's the whole point of this segment. Say whatever you want.
Sure, there's a couple I can't even read on the text line this morning.
True, I agree.
This one from Anonymous says, my wife found weed in our teenage son's bedroom, confiscated it. We booked a little cabin for the weekend in Jasper, got pizza, loaded up on other snacks, got high as kites, and had the best weekend ever.
Oh no, their kid's going to become their dealer. They're going to want more. Where's the source?
This one is terrific. My colleagues kept posting their Wordle scores in the work WhatsApp group that we have. So I created a new group called Wordle Chat, added everyone, and left immediately.
I don't know if there's anything more annoying than the people that brag about their Wordle still. What year is it?
Although when we got that text, I was like, oh, I should do Wordle today.
I actually want to do it right now. Let's all do it collectively and text in how many times it took for you to get it.
My confession, this is a little bit nasty. I don't shower much anymore. I was showering at the gym every day, and then I broke my rib and haven't been to the gym in a month, but I got used to not showering at home.
So it's just not in the schedule. It's not in the routine.
Twice a week maybe right now?
Oh, that's normal.
Oh, I used to be an everyday guy. But the thing is, I don't smell at all.
Huh.
Yeah. So maybe this is me now.
You know, for me, the whole point of not really showering as much is the thickness of my hair.
Yeah.
So you being a bald man, there really aren't any excuses.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Other than, like, it's been nice not to fold towels.
I'll still wash, like, my body.
Okay, this
Parts.
isn't about you, okay? This was my share. Quit getting up in it.
Okay, my turn. Confession, I almost rear-ended your vehicle yesterday. Sorry. But I didn't. So I don't actually think that this confession needs to be a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, period, and we can move on. Are there any other texts?
Confessions time. Hey, where'd my music go?
Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, wait, let me try that again. Confessions time. Oh, no.
What's happening?
I had the wrong one selected.
I didn't hear anything. Try again.
Time for some confessions.
There we go. Okay, this one I'm keeping anonymous. My confession is that my kid is dancing at the Elks halftime show this weekend.
Nice.
But I purposely made my ex buy his own ticket so he wouldn't be sitting with us.
That's fair.
They even went on to say when I was picking up the tickets, I opened his to make sure he wasn't sitting near us, which he was. So I begged them to switch our seats. Then I put his tickets in a different envelope and gave them to him.
I don't think that's that bad.
I don't think so either.
You want to go there and enjoy yourself. It's 90s night, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be fun. We're all going to be there. It's going to be a good time.
I just made a horsey noise because I had to clear my throat, but I tried to do it off microphone.
Yeah, we all heard it.
That's my confession.
You didn't have to confess. We heard it.
What's your confession? Get at us. I got some good ones coming in here. I got my wife a cake that said happy 35th birthday on it. She was only turning 34. I pretended I was kidding. She thought it was funny, but I actually thought she was turning 35. You can use my name, Love the Show, from Trent.
Trent, you know what? I sometimes forget my age.
Yeah.
So
maybe she was also
maybe she was wrong. Maybe she was 35.
Actually true. You got a confession for us?
When I was 10, I accidentally killed my brother's fish.
Oh, no.
But not in a traumatic way. I just thought I'd be nice and clean the tank out, and didn't realize that you had to wait like a half an hour before you put the fish back in.
Sounds like an honest mistake.
And when my brother came home from school and we heard this traumatic scream up from his room, I just denied.
Fair enough.
Oh, man. That'll eat at you, though.
You ready for this little bit naughty one that we got?
Sure.
I got a notification that my married boss liked a bikini pic I posted over 4 years ago while on vacation.
Oh, that's so embarrassing because you know it was like an accidental like, right?
Well, she went on to say, I went and looked at the picture after, and he had quickly, unliked it. He obviously hasn't said anything about it, but I kind of like it.
No.
There's the nasty part. Imagine just
it's
sitting.
a nice little confidence boost, but it's also inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Imagine sitting in a meeting though, and the boss is
knowing,
getting upset with people for things, and you're just like, I know he checks me out in a bikini. That's what I'd be singing in my head.
Not paying attention to the meeting at all whatsoever.
Exactly. More of your confessions coming up because they're nasty. Play 107, Confessions.
I like that people trust us with their confessions because they're getting juicier and juicier as the morning goes on.
I like this.
This one from Anonymous.
Good job, Lisa.
I slept with my girlfriend's mom years ago. I was 20.
That's kind of cool.
No, mom is terrible.
Maybe after the breakup, that's cool.
Oh, maybe.
You know?
Yeah, we don't know the full story.
I guess he didn't say ex-girlfriend, though. So maybe, no, that's not cool. This is my teenage daughter's confession, not mine. For at least a week, she's been brushing her teeth with hemorrhoid cream.
No.
So she must have realized it if she talked to somebody about it.
Wouldn't you notice that the taste isn't minty?
Yeah.
Or is hemorrhoid cream minty? That probably would feel good.
Hemorrhoid cream is not minty. I mean, I don't know. Why are you asking me?
King of the creams.
You have a confession. It's kind of a complaint, too. Go ahead.
My partner does his mental math out loud all the time, and it drives me nuts. It doesn't matter what he's counting in his head, he has to say it out loud. And sometimes I will snap straight, no, just stop. You can say that in your head. I don't need to hear this. It drives me crazy.
By the way, we put a filter on that voice because we wanted to keep it anonymous.
Yeah, we're going next level with keeping all of you.
It's important.
Anonymous. It's taking everything for me to not accidentally say people's names.
Yeah, please don't.
That's why I'm talking a little bit slower than I usually would, just to make sure. This text says...
From who?
No, don't, Ryder. Why would you do that?
I'm just testing you.
I lied for my vacation 3 weeks ago. I said I needed to go home for back onto the East Coast for an emergency. But in reality, it's been 3 weeks. We're in the Philippines. My wife, my kids, we're on the beach. We're relaxing.
Guess that's east.
Yeah.
We're heading east. I texted you a few weeks ago about my neighbor who brags about her cat also being vegan. You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Well, not anymore. I gave him a little piece of chicken when he was standing outside my house yesterday before returning him to his owner. This is Confessions.
You know, I know vegans that give them a couple vodka sodas and they're going ham, like literally.
Going for the
They're
ham.
going for the ham.
Top 7 at 7.
Counting down the top 7 things that are unreasonably stressful.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have unique experiences. We've all dealt with everything on this list.
Yeah. And it kind of lines up. I'm looking at the text and I'm like, yeah, that's already on the list.
Yep,
yeah, that's on the
already
list.
on the list. Yep.
Coming in at number 7, the only one that I'm surprised by how many texts we got about, is there parking where I'm going?
Because that doesn't stress you out personally.
No.
I, on the other hand, get it.
Is it because you're a terrible parallel parker?
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
part of it. But also,
Self-proclaimed, by the way.
true.
Yeah.
But it's not just that. If you can't get a spot and you can't find one, odds are you're going to give up. You're going to go home.
Really?
A lot of people do that.
Coming in at number 6, when a cop is driving behind you, but you're not doing anything wrong. Things that are unreasonably stressful.
I have a question. If you're a cop and you're listening right now, please text in. When you are driving behind vehicles, let's say you're at a red light, are you looking up their license plate to see if they have
Ooh, good question.
a record?
Yeah.
I'm curious if that's a thing because I've always believed that, but maybe that's my anxiety.
I've always felt like if there's 2 cops in the car, the one's probably bored that's in passenger seat, so we'll look up things like that. Whereas if it's just one, they're probably too busy like driving and looking for seat belts, things like that, to be punching in my license plate. So always kind of what
I don't know. Let's hear from the cops that are listening.
Coming in at number 5 for the top 7 things that are unreasonably stressful, asking a question in class. At number 4, when your boss says, hey, can I steal you for a second?
Hey, can you talk for a minute?
In radio, that does mean you're fired, though.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
They come in right after your show
Uh-huh.
and they say, hey.
Hey, can I steal you for a second?
And we go, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey,
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
What do I?
I don't
Where's
know.
the wood?
Are we knocking on
Where's
something?
the wood? I think that's wood.
Coming in at number 3 for things that are unreasonably stressful, opening a Pillsbury tin.
Every time.
And all it really does is
No, it's more than that, Ryder. It's scary.
show me what it is then. No, that's
Yes.
way too much. It's never that. Coming in at number 2, taking vacation days at work. Like, you're allowed these. They give you an allotted amount a year if you're like a full-time employee.
Why do we feel so guilty when we do it?
I don't know.
Maybe it's
oh, my
different.
boss is going to hate this. I'm taking 5 days off in a row.
Yeah.
So just vacations in general.
Yeah. Isn't that brutal?
That they're stressful. Yeah, stupid.
Ugh.
Top 7 things that are unreasonably stressful at number 1. Airport security, when you know for sure you're not doing anything wrong and haven't in years.
Yeah, it's just like when you walk into a store and you don't buy anything and then you leave and you're like, but what if something was attached to what if something like stuck to my leg?
Yeah,
I always think that.
what if they think I stole?
Yeah, because my hands are empty.
There's been a couple times where I've gone through customs and they've asked me questions and I've lied. And I didn't do anything wrong.
What? What did you lie about?
Well, did you buy anything on your trip? And I said sunglasses, but I didn't buy sunglasses. I just got nervous and said something.
That's weird, man.
But that's what it is. It's unreasonably stressful. You never know what is going to happen. All right. Did I just hear a hello from you?
Yes.
Yes, perfect timing. Okay, it is time for 1K wordplay. Danica, your texter 107, and we are ready to give away $1,000. Are you ready to win it?
I'm ready to win it.
All right, you know how the game works, but for anybody that doesn't, Danica's going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself, who will leave the room. We're going to give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in, play the same game with them. For everyone that matches, it's $25. Hit them all, and it's $1,000. Who's your teammate today?
I'm I'm going to go with Lisa.
Nice. All right, I'm out of here. Best of luck.
I got to scroll way back on my WordPad file here because I haven't used my words in a very long time. I've been sitting on them. All right. I'm going to start the timer after I give you the first word, okay?
Okay.
And the first word is Sprite.
Pop.
Uncle.
Aunt.
Mouse.
Cheese.
Child.
School.
Magic.
Bunny.
Did you say bunny?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get Lisa back in here and give you some cash.
Woo!
I just heard a woo, kind of.
Yeah, she did good.
Yes. All right.
Lisa, what's the first word that comes to mind when I say uncle?
Auntie. $25.
She said aunt.
That counts.
We're going to count it.
Awesome.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say Sprite?
7-Up.
No.
What? What? You're looking at me like that's a bad answer.
Pop.
Okay. We're not done.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say mouse?
Trap. No.
She went with cheese.
Oh, that is a good answer. It is.
Magic.
Trick.
No, she went with bunny.
Come on. Her answers are so good too, though.
And child.
Adult. This is hard. That was a really hard round.
$25 is yours, Danica.
What was Donica's word for child?
School. She seems pumped with the 25, though, so
I mean,
we're all good.
No wall of shame.
No wallet shame.
Thanks,
No wall
Danica.
of shame.
Your next chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50. How did you let dad in your life know that he was going to be a dad? This works for grandpas as well.
I love this text. I wasn't expecting to get pregnant 3 months before our wedding. When the dad came home after work, I was crying so much he thought I was going to tell him that the wedding was canceled. No, the tears were because she had an exciting announcement. That's
Fair
so
enough.
funny.
I yelled it from the toilet is one of the texts we got.
that sounds about right.
When I told my partner that we were having a baby, I was tossing and turning in bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And he was, what is wrong with you? Goodness, like, why can't you sleep? And I just burst out into tears and I was like, because I'm having a baby. And he was like, what? And just started laughing in my face. And he's like, why are you crying? What's wrong with you? Aren't you happy? And I was like, yeah, but I don't know if you are. And he was like, of course I am. But can we go back to sleep, please? It's 6 a.m. The baby will still be there.
I like that it was an argument, kind of, like a low-key argument on how it was announced.
Yeah, totally. And then he was like, just go to sleep. We'll talk about it.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate it, as always.
This one here says, I yelled, I tested positive, and he thought I meant for COVID. There was that viral video, remember? The girl surprised her boyfriend with a box. He opened it. It was the pregnancy test.
Yeah.
And he got mad at her. He goes, why would you come over then? Why would you be here? And she's like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, well, you know I'm supposed to go to work tomorrow. Like, what if I get it? And she's like, get what? So we're asking you right now, how did a father in your world find out that they were going to be a dad?
You and I were on kind of a part of somebody's pregnancy announcement.
Yeah, we were. So there was a huge group of us going away for the weekend for a ball tournament. And a lot of people came over to your house first, and we were going to convoy out there. And one of them was like, is there a local pharmacy nearby? She was just feeling off. She went and tested, came out of the bathroom. I was the first person she looked at, and I knew immediately.
Just from the look on her face.
Yeah, I didn't know what she went to the pharmacy to get, but I just could tell by her facial expression. I was like, oh, she's pregnant. And she was actually who I was driving with, and her partner was driving with you.
Who's like a lifelong friend of mine.
Lifelong friend. And we talked about it the entire drive to the ball tournament.
Which is like 2 hours.
A 2 hour long drive. And she was like, she's so funny. She's like, we've been planning on getting engaged for so long. She's like, this is gonna look like a shotgun wedding, like that we just are forcing each other to be with each other. She's like, but I know this wasn't the plan.
Right.
This is too soon. Anyway, it was awesome for me because she gave me all of her beer that she was gonna drink that weekend.
Awesome.
At the ball tournament.
So I love that this girl who you had just met recently at this point shared everything with you about it.
I heard all about it.
My lifelong buddy did not mention a word about it until about 2 hours in when I finally brought it up with him.
Because I secretly told Ryder, I was like, she's pregnant. And he went, oh, I can't wait for him to tell me in the car. And then he didn't bring it up. Like, I just
the
know,
longest drive ever.
The longest drive ever, especially because Ryder, I know you love talking, obviously.
Well, and I'm like, I was at this point.
You're excited.
His only buddy that's a dad.
Yes.
So I was like, this is perfect. This was all meant to be.
Yeah,
like
we can talk about it.
I can get him hyped up and like.
He's not talkative though. That's just not who he is.
Just didn't mention it.
This is what he says whenever he gets in the vehicle with Ryder. He says, no
talking, no local radio.
And he just wants to be in silence. Anyway, they're married now with 2 kids and they're very happy, but it was just really funny how we were the first ones to find out. All right, so how did a dad in your world find out that they were going to be a dad? This one here from Amber says, we were having a barbecue and I put a bun in our oven and I asked him to check the oven before he turned it on to cook. I even put a note that said, congratulations. He turns around, took it out, threw it in the trash, and with the most confused face, he goes, why was there a chunk of bread in there? I literally had to spell it out for him. That's so good.
Yours involves more than one baby. Go ahead.
Well, we had been trying to get pregnant. So when I found out, it wasn't a huge surprise. But then we didn't have our first ultrasound until I was 12 weeks pregnant already. And at that point, my stomach was huge. We thought for sure there were twins in there. So I got to the ultrasound and the ultrasound tech started kind of rooting around my stomach. And I thought, oh no, like what's happening? Is this a bad thing? And she said, have you had an ultrasound already? And I said, no. And she said, okay, well, I'm counting more than one baby. And I said, oh, my God, there are 2? They're twins? And she said, more than 2. And I said, how many are there? I was thinking, like, am I the next Octomom? Panicking at this point. And she said, I'm counting 3. And I just, like, was shocked. Anyway, so I got in the car and I called my husband. And I said, Dan, we were right. There's more than one. And he said, there are twins, and he's a twin. So he was very excited about that. And I said, nope, there are triplets. And he just went silent. There were like literally 3 minutes of just silence on the phone. And a couple of times I was like, Dan, are you okay?
He was in his mind, he was doing the math on the diaper bill.
Yeah, for sure. And rightfully so, because it has been very expensive. And fruit. Oh my gosh. And we already have 1. So we went from 1 to 4.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Well, congratulations. What a blessing.
So
I love that he just went silent for 3 minutes. I think I might do the same.
They're magical. We're so lucky.
Yeah. That's so special.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks, Amy.
No problem.
I just read a question on Reddit and I had to click to see some answers. And I'm kind of glad I did, although it's probably not safe for work.
What was it?
It was asking what people do after a large group of adults get together.
Got it.
Okay.
So what do they do?
Like afterwards?
Order pizza?
Well, that's what I was so curious as to the answers.
What are they?
Well, there was just one that was really funny. So it said, usually a guy will grab an acoustic guitar and play closing time. And then somebody responded to that with, but they sing it as clothing time.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I laughed pretty hard at that. The other option was just they slap each other on the thighs and say, well,
I am officially hooked on a new TV show. It's on Netflix. It's in the top 10 right now, but I am super picky with shows. You have to captivate me immediately, and that's exactly what this show did. So it's called Eric. And
I thought you were talking Barbecue Showdown.
No, also that show is good though.
Yeah.
I've kind of been watching along. You're enjoying it more than I am because you actually barbecue. I don't know what I'm going to do with the information I'm learning on Barbecue Showdown.
Yeah, it's just wasting space up there probably.
Exactly. So this is more of like a whodunit mystery psychological thriller. And the lead actor is, what's his name? Hubert
Benedict Cumberbatch?
Cumberbatch?
Benedict Cumberbund.
Benedict Cucumber. What is his name? That's going to drive me crazy.
Big.
Bunderdun.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes. So we've run out of time. So figure out what show that is on your own. Just kidding. It's called Eric.
And it's good.
It's so good so far.
Yeah, we actually are out of time.
We gotta go.
The Ryder and Lisa Podcast.
Brought to you by Yegg Property Pros. Powered by Real Broker. Get a realtor who knows. Call the pros.
Play 107.